Well, hi. Let me put this away. It has definitely been a while because I haven't gone anywhere. So I'm just kind of getting ready for the new season, whatever, the travel season for me. And there's some new things that I want to do to the van. So I've been working on that. And one of the things, these are all probably small for a lot of people, but for me, they're a pain having to deal with it. This table is starting to split. And that's because it was always getting banged around. So I added 2 L brackets down there just to kind of hold it, and then you put the seat up against it. Holds that baby steady now. And then also I can put my stove in there too. Before that, it just, everything went kind of crazy. Now you can see back in there how that fits in there real nice, and I've still got, you know, maybe a towel or something can go on top of that stove. That would be, there's just more space there, which is really, really, really nice, of course, when you're in here. So between that, and then also, yeah, oh, let me kind of go in order here. But I got kind of tired of looking at the, what do you call it, the photographs or whatever they were, the posters that I had in the wall. Because sometimes I just really would like to be able to turn my head and see out that window. So what I'm doing is, I saw a gal on the internet, on YouTube, who had taken her section like this. She'd put a cabinet there that she'd gotten from somebody or whatever, but she wanted to make it look like a kitchen. So she has windows that roll up and down, and I don't. These windows. This van is a 2000. This is the smallest that you can get as far as Dodge Caravans. So it's very small. I was looking at the lady bug outs when she was doing hers, and all the rooms she can put a bed. She's got a bed on her seat where she took her seat out, and it comes all the way back here, and she can fold that down without, well, I couldn't do that. I might be able to, but anyway, I've seen her have it folded down. I don't know if it would come all the way back to here or not. It seems like she has that those things are bigger than mine. So I decided that I want to be able to see out of this van. So what I did was I just decided, I took a 2x4 and just started cutting these little slats. I took my Reflectix out with the pictures and all that on it. I'm going to keep the Reflectix because I'm going to put curtains here. And I want to tie these together, and this will hold everything in when I get it all put on there. This will hold the Reflectix in and all that. And then during the daytime, while I'm just sitting around or whatever, all during the day, I'll have curtains right here, or a curtain, whatever, or pull apart curtains so I can open and close it. And then at night, I'll put the Reflectix in. It'll just, these pull out. I'm going to tie them together, but they pull out, and that'll hold the Reflectix in, and it just, Reflectix does help. It helps to reflect the sunlight. So in the summertime, that's a big deal when you're in Arizona or someplace that's really, really hot where the sun's shining. Then I don't know why, when I did the sink video, I guess maybe I was in a hurry, but anyway, I couldn't think of any options that I wanted to do, but one of the comments on there was just to add just this. So that fixes the whole problem right there. It's just a USB chargeable faucet. The hose will, I don't have it in there right now, but the hose runs down to here. Right underneath there will be the normal jug that I do. I'll go through the vent side of it, and then from now on, I park wherever I want to. And the only thing about this, and I bought a cheapie just to try it out, as always, just testing. That one can take a while to fill up a thing of water, a glass of water. It can take a minute. But nonetheless, you don't have to get out. So even in the middle of the night, if you don't want to get out because it's too cold or too whatever, and you want to drink or whatever, you just turn that thing on and go for it. You don't have to do anything special at all. That I'm going to like, positively. And then, let's see here. I've gone through and cleaned everything up and rearranged a few things. Put matting in these. That thing hits right there too, but don't have a sample. But that stuff you get at the dollar store, it's little rubbery stuff. I did some spray glue on it and set it in there because it helps to stop vibration sounds and holds things in place a little bit. I pack these things up pretty well so you don't get a lot of bounce. And I'm gonna see if you can see that or not, but I am going to pull the drawer out and show you. So like I said, I made these drawers complete. There's no glides from the store, so they're not perfect. Another thing too though, but they're not perfect. But I was thinking about going through and maybe redoing this, whatever, doing something. But there's just nothing that I want to change. So I've spent a few days going over stuff and reattaching things. The things that came loose, and mainly the Crown King one, just kind of tore a bolt out of an L bracket that holds this in. So it was kind of, I won't say flopping, but you could feel it wiggle a little bit. And so I put a new long old bolts in there. So in other words, made them more permanent. And because I'm going to just keep it like this. This has been there's nothing I want to change. I really like this. So even the size doesn't really bother me much at all. I'll tell you another big one in a minute. But anyway, so this is the drawer. And so what I did is I was just at Walmart the other day. I was asking a friend one time to try to help me come up with ideas to get all this organized so it doesn't take up so much space. Pot holders. And I saw this tray thing, and it comes with a big pile of different stuff, and that's the extras for something else. So it just holds all these things in place. So, and I've got the spices over here and a hunting knife over there, and there's my regular eating utensils and some extra salt, pepper, toothpicks, more salt and pepper, and whatever, just stuff to throw in there, and that will help that not rattle around. And then I had all this stuff in here already. So that right there is tape. This is my sensor for the thermometer. I always keep a plastic spoon for coffee. Most of the time I end up burning it anyway, melting it down. Anyway, and so that all fits right there. Throw that on top and it's ready to go. So I like this. This is now I have seen some women, and they go to the store all the time, and they like to look at stuff. So when they do, in their brains they're going, ooh, I wished I could do that, because I went looking for something like this. It wasn't this, I was looking at everything and going, hey, that would, I just saw it and I'm going, this is what I'm looking for. I had picked up 2 other things first and put that back and got this one. Most expensive one, of course. And then the other side over there is really nothing. I don't think there's anything special over here at all. I don't know if you can see that, but that's just bowls and plates. And the next thing, well, let me look at this too. So what it was I tried to keep everything all flush before when I was building all of it, but I had this thing all, everything was mounted really, it looked pretty good. But anyway, these bolts down here broke off, or the wood tore. So I just went ahead and drilled them out and put some nuts and bolts in there, long ones. And that baby ain't going nowhere now. Then on the other side, the screw was short and it came out. So now I've got some long screws holding that in. A little bit of paint, and that looks good enough for me. I'm not too particularly. Then I've been over repainting though. This is interior paint. It was left over from an office. Okay, the next big announcement that I plan on doing. This is coming out. And probably one of the biggest irritations I had was every time I'd get somewhere, I told you in one of the videos, I would take the cooler out of here and then I'd stick it up in the front seat. And I just got kind of old, honestly, because it sits over here and it sits crooked and it goes across there and it hits into things, and it still kind of got in the way. And then I'd throw stuff down here in the floorboard. So this is going to come out. I will make a platform for the cooler to go, on this thing right here. I'm going to save the seat because once in a while my son comes with me to places, and we go mountain biking in Sedona or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to take this thing out, and we're going to put the seat there for that, or the pedestal for that, and the cooler will go here this way, so when I'm driving I can actually grab hold of something anyway, which that'll be really nice, because otherwise I had to pull over. I did have it flipped over, but I'd still have to pull over so that I could turn around. This way I'd actually be able to reach as long as I put things in a decent enough spot. But what I'm talking about on those things, this stuff, that's coming off, and it'll just be the Reflectix. So say goodbye to my beautiful waterfall. Wish I could save that. Maybe I will. But I think that's about it on this thing. And just kind of getting ready to go for the next go round, which is coming up. And I haven't decided where I'm going just yet. But somewhere I'll be doing more updates on stuff. Well, of course, all for the next few months. Okay, had to change shirts. It's getting hot out here. It's supposed to be in the mid to upper 70s today. I guess that's really it, though. I don't really have anything else, but it's hard to find these curtains the way I want. I want blackout curtains. I want them to be obviously blue, which is not my favorite color, but it's what I had when I had painted everything. I just liked it, so I'm going to keep it this way. I wished I could get them to match these other curtains, but that style is gone, I guess. Oh yeah, the other one that I'm thinking seriously about doing is the rooftop carrier. So I looked up there and I can measure from this vent here and back, and that gives me enough room to get a smaller one up there, because wherever I decide to go, right now I'm just thinking. I haven't decided on this one yet either. You know, it's nice to have a vacation, and as a musician, the snowbird season comes. We get pretty busy, so it's starting to slow down now. But at the same time, it helps to finance stuff. So if I could book a few gigs on my way, if I had that rooftop carrier, I've been able to compact everything, thanks to computers, and I think I might be able to do that. Being a musician, this is what I spent 10 years in the Air Force. I worked for an insurance company for 13 years, and I worked for a grocery store for a couple of years, and I worked for AutoZone just as a driver for a little bitty bit, like 3 years. Those were not good paying jobs. So when you retire, you don't get much. As a musician, which, for 20 some years, from 2002, I hadn't done anything at all, and there was another couple of years within there that I didn't do much. Except play music. Okay, giving you a quick look of my studio so you can understand what I'm talking about. So this is where I spend most of my time, including editing the videos and blah blah blah. This is my wall where people like to make comments about. But anyway, I also teach guitar in here, and so that's my this is called the control room. And then we go through this door here, and we call this the live room. This is all part of my house, actually. Most women wouldn't like this, but some don't care. And this is where I do my get ready for gigs that I'm doing, like tonight. And that's it. That's my studio, so you can understand what I'm talking about when I talk about it. You don't get... my Social Security is... I can live well on it because I paid my house off. So, in all honesty, if I was to do this full time and get rid of all of this, everything, and just go on the road and do that, it would actually cost me a minimum of $300 more to be on the road than it cost me to be here, because the gas prices. Electricity is not much for me. It's like $100. Internet and all that, all together, minimum, I think, is what I spent last year was like $700 some odd dollars. That was being kind of thrifty. So I would have guessed $700 to $900 would be what I would spend. Here, it's maximum of around $600 with everything. That includes groceries and all. So I'm not gonna probably ever be a nomad type thing at all. I enjoy this a lot, and my trip last year was my favorite vacation I've ever had in my whole life, the trip to Arkansas. And I've done a few other things. I think last year I did like 2 or 3. I don't remember exactly, but way more than I wanted to do, or that I wanted to do that I didn't get to do. So I've got medical appointments. That's another thing that comes with retirement or whatever it seems like. but I get one on Wednesday, and as long as that comes out good, then I've got a maintenance program thing that I have to do. In case anybody ever looked on my my website that shows on there, it's Dave's Minivan Life.online, and there should be a link right at the bottom of the screen here. It tells you my story on it, so you can look at that and get a little bit of an idea. Other than that, I'm trying to let you know little bits at a time, and I am going to sign off for now, and I've got a door that I need to take care of, and I've got a gig tonight, so I will be talking to you later, probably, maybe, from another location. I'm at home right now, so hopefully I'm going to do a desert one. That is the plan anyway, to go into the desert, spend a couple of days, because I just want some peace and quiet. And let me tell you, even in the desert, it is the most peaceful and quiet you can get. There's no big trees where the wind can go through and make all that noise, and if you can get far enough away from people, from the roads and the towns and all that, it is quiet. Just birds and coyotes. That's pretty much what you hear. Bugs, but at night you come in here and it is pitch black and quiet as a mouse. It's awesome. So a couple of days of that is something I really would like to do. And, of course, I'll take you guys along with me. So until next time, thank you and God bless. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.